Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are playing Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I just found out pretty much today that this sequel came out. I had no idea. And after I made a video on the previous game and people really liked it, I got a bunch of people saying, hey Mordots, did you know that the sequel was out? You should go play it. I had no idea. So here we are. I've found out a little bit about the game in advance, but now I'm here to give it a go. So to keep everyone caught up to speed, for anyone who's not aware of what's going on here, this game is now part of a series, Five Nights at Freddy's. And the idea with these games is that they're sort of like reverse resource management simulators. So normally in a resource management game, you would want to try and use your resources smartly. You'd want to try and be as conserving as possible, generally speaking, with all of the stuff you have access to. However, in these games, it's actually the exact opposite. You want to be using everything as much as you can. So as you can see, I'm turning these lights on and off right here. I did find out someone said there's an Easter egg, which is that there's a mask. Yes. if you use this arrow. I'm not sure what this is meant to be for. I think it's a Minecraft Easter egg. It's like a jack-o'-lantern on your head. I'm not really sure what the deal is, but it's funny nonetheless. So the idea with these games is they are reverse resource management sims. Like I said, you want to be clicking around on the screen as much as you can. There's these animatronic things, which I will explain in a moment. But the general idea here is that you want to be using up as much power as possible. In the previous game, you had a power indicator in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen showing you how much power you had left. In this game, you don't have it. You have a flashlight power thing. Press and hold control to use flashlight. Okay, so this is the power for this one, I guess. So I'm not sure if you're meant to use... I'm not really sure what the deal is here. Oh, there's some really messed up animatronics here. Okay. The idea here, basically, is that you're playing an electrician that's come into this restaurant establishment after it's closed for the evening. As you can see in the top, it says night 1, 1 a.m. You have to do this for multiple nights in a row, hence the title of the game. And you have to drain the building out of power manually by using all of these different cameras and different ways to use the power in the building. The reason why is because the building has a special power generator that you cannot cut off from the building itself in a traditional way with a fuse box or what have you, due to game complications and stuff, like contrived reasoning why you're having to do this. But you're having to drain out all of the electronics by using them yourself. So, like I said, it's sort of like a reverse resource management game where you're having to constantly press buttons and stuff like what I'm doing here. You're trying to fully use as much power as... Hello, that guy's a bit scary. Use as much power as you can. Once you do that, if you manage to use up enough power in the shortest amount of time, then you're going to be able to get up out of the chair that you're in. You actually get to move around in the building. And you get to work on the building. You get to fix the electronics and whatnot. I don't know why I'm turning the mask back on. Don't think that helps me win. There's a flashing indicator. That probably means that we're using a lot of power. So I think that that's probably a good thing. I'm not exactly sure. But I'm just going to kind of keep going the way I am. Now, like I said, the idea is you want to try and run the building out of power. And the reason you're doing it is, again, to be able to get up and work on the electronics. So all of these rooms you're seeing right here, this is sort of like the tutorial stage, the preview bit, where you get to look around at the different areas in the game, and you get to go into these rooms soon after. These, as you can see, are party hats on these tables and stuff like that, which you get to look around at. And yeah, it's just this shutdown facility that you get to look in. The reason why it's sort of like a time-sensitive thing is because the building has to open the next day. And when it opens, they need to have power going to it again. So you need to try and run the building out of power on the night that you plan on working on it. Which is why we are doing what we're doing here, trying to use as much power as we can. I'm assuming this flashlight thing is the key. So if I spam it, is that going to help? I'm not sure, but I'm going to do it anyway. These animatronics, as I said I'd mention earlier, they look a bit creepy in this one. The purpose of them is they are going to give you a hand because the power is also being drained out by them. So they will periodically move around. As you can see, these ones are stationary, but they can move.
Ich habe dein Zimmer aufgeräumt und deine Hausaufgaben gemacht. Bin ich jetzt fertig?
Oh nein, es gibt noch viele Dinge, die du für mich tun musst.
Viele? Was denn noch?
Jetzt musst du dir ein Offizier und Gentleman...